What if everything you've been told about love is a lie? What if the passion you're chasing is stealing your soul? They sold you a dream of fire, of endless thrills. But what if that fire is burning your heart to ashes? This is the truth about lust and why it's killing real love. Stay with me, because this could change everything. Lust is everywhere. It's in the ads you can't escape, the shows you binge, the late-night scrolls you swear you'll stop. It promises excitement, connection, fulfillment, but it leaves you hollow, aching for something more. As Jimmy Carter once said, "I've looked on many women with lust. I've committed adultery in my heart many times. God knows I will do this and forgives me." This shows that lust is a common human experience, but it's critical to understand its impact on our ability to love. Today we're going deep, deeper than you've ever gone. We'll uncover what lust really is, how it poisons your ability to love, why it leaves you lonelier than ever, what true intimacy feels like, and how to break free to find the love your soul craves. This isn't just a video, it's a wake-up call. Stick with me for the next hour, and let's reclaim what's been stolen. Lust isn't just attraction, it's hunger, a craving that screams, "I need this now." It's not about the person, it's about what they can give you. Lust is selfish, love is selfless. Lust takes, love gives. As Israel Morayavor puts it, love is made up of a strong affection and patience, whilst lust is made up of a strong affection and no patience. This highlights the key difference. Love endures, while lust seeks instant gratification. Let's break it down. Lust is a chemical reaction, a dopamine hit in your brain. Science shows it's like a drug, like cocaine or sugar. It feels amazing for a moment, but the more you chase it, the more you need, and the less it satisfies. Studies from neuroscientists, like those at Stanford, show that dopamine spikes from lust can desensitize your brain. Over time, you need more to feel anything at all. It's why people get addicted to porn, to hookups, to the next swipe. Not because they're bad people, but because their brains have been hijacked. Lust doesn't care about your heart. It's a thief, stealing your ability to love. How lust kills real intimacy. Real intimacy is built on 3 pillars: trust, vulnerability, commitment. Lust doesn't care about any of them. It wants the reward without the work, the thrill without the trust, the surface without the soul. Lust teaches you to see people as objects, not souls, a body to admire, not a heart to know, a fantasy to chase, not a person to cherish. And the scariest part? It rewires your brain to expect fantasy over reality. The chase for novelty, for that next rush, can break trust in an instant, and trust, once shattered, is hard to rebuild. A study from the Institute for Family Studies found that lust-driven infidelity is one of the leading causes of relationship breakdowns, not just because of the act, but because it erodes the foundation of intimacy. You can't be vulnerable if you're always guarding your heart. You can't commit if you're chasing the next high. Real intimacy is messy. It's showing up when you're scared. It's being honest when it hurts. It's choosing someone, even when they're not perfect. But lust tells you perfection is out there, that someone else, something else, will feel better. And that lie keeps you running from the very thing you need. Intimacy isn't about getting what you want. It's about giving what someone else needs, and that takes courage. Why lust leads to loneliness. We think lust fills us, but it actually empties us. Every time we pursue pleasure without meaning, we come back emptier. Lust promises satisfaction, but it gives you shame. It isolates you from real people, because deep down, you know the difference. You know what's real and what's just a fantasy. Let's talk about what happens in that moment. You chase the rush, the quick hit of excitement. Maybe it's a late-night scroll, a video, a swipe. It feels good for a second. But then the screen goes dark, and you're left with yourself. That hollow feeling creeps in, the one that whispers, "This isn't enough. Psychologists call this the loneliness spiral. When you chase lust, you're not just seeking pleasure, you're trying to fill a void, but lust can't fill it because it's built on taking, not giving. A study from the University of Chicago found that people who prioritize instant gratification report higher levels of loneliness, depression, anxiety. Why? Because lust disconnects you from others, from yourself, from what matters. Let me tell you about Jake. Jake was the life of the party, always chasing the next thrill. Hookups, flings, endless nights out. He thought he was winning at life. But one night, after another fleeting encounter, he sat in his car, staring at the dashboard. He felt nothing, not joy, not connection, just nothing. He realized he didn't know the people in his life, not really. And they didn't know him. Lust had promised him happiness, but it left him alone. That's the lie of lust. It tells you, this will make you feel alive, but it leaves you numb. It tells you, this will make you feel seen, but it leaves you invisible. Every time you give in, you lose a piece of yourself. You start to believe that's all there is, shallow moments, fleeting highs. And the worst part? You start to doubt you're worthy of anything deeper. But here's the truth. You weren't made for this. Your heart wasn't built for empty thrills. It was built for connection, for meaning, for relationships that see you, all of you. Lust isolates you because it keeps you running from the real thing. But you don't have to stay in that cycle. You can choose something better. What real love looks like? Real love doesn't start with sex. It starts with seeing someone fully, flaws, fears, failures, and still choosing them. Love isn't about chasing a rush. It's about building something real, something lasting. It's not the spark of a moment. It's a fire that doesn't burn out. Think about what makes you feel truly known. It's not the grand gestures, the big promises. It's the quiet, slow moments. The times when someone listens, really listens. When they stay, even when it's hard. When they see your mess and choose you anyway. Let me tell you about Clara and Tom. They met at a community event. Nothing glamorous. So how do you escape the lust trap? Lust doesn't go away overnight, but it does get weaker. Every time you say no and choose real love instead. Breaking free isn't about willpower alone. It's about redirecting your heart, your mind, your life. It's not punishment, it's freedom. Here's how to start, step by step. First, cut off the source. What you see, what you follow, what you watch shapes your mind. Unfollow accounts that trigger lust. Unsubscribe from content that pulls you in. Turn off the notifications. Delete the apps, clear the tabs. It's not about hiding, it's about protecting your heart. Second, replace lust with purpose. Fill your time with things that make you feel alive. Hit the gym, lift weights, run until your lungs burn. Read books that challenge your thoughts. Start a project, paint, write, build something with your hands. Purpose gives you something lust can't, a reason to keep going. Third, build real relationships, not shallow ones, but ones that see you, know you. Call a friend, and listen more than you talk. Find a mentor, someone who's walked the path you want. Join a community, a club, a place where people lift each other up. Real connections remind you you're not alone. Fourth, pursue truth. Discipline, something bigger. Whether it's faith, meditation, or a personal code, anchor yourself. Discipline isn't about rules, it's about freedom to be your best self. Psychologists say breaking habits like lust requires rewiring your brain. It's called neuroplasticity. Your brain can change with new habits. Every time you say no to lust and yes to purpose, you build new pathways. A study from UCLA found that consistent small actions, like cutting out triggers or building routines, can reduce compulsive behaviors over time. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. This journey isn't about guilt, it's about reclaiming your life. Every step away from lust is a step toward love, toward connection, toward who you were meant to be. If this message hits something real in you, don't just click off. This channel exists for one reason, to help you break free from lust, master your mind, and build a future that's unshakable. We're not here to shame you, we're here to walk with you. Every week you'll get Truth-packed video essays that expose the lies behind lust and addiction, mental rewiring strategies that actually work, tools for clarity, purpose, and focus in a distracted world, and content that helps you become the kind of man or woman who's truly free, emotionally, spiritually, relationally. If you're done wasting time, done living numb, and done being ruled by impulses that keep you stuck, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is more than a channel, it's a movement, and you belong in it.